Hey, thanks for.
Well, I didn't want could you imagine us being 30 minutes in? We can't cut now, so
well,
you're just
Rick
gonna
would have left it on my teeth. I can guarantee you that right now. He'd have been like, "It's fine, yeah, no problem."
All right. Well, to start off this Monday, let's welcome our new production specialist, Zach, who's over here in the corner off camera. He's waving at us, but hi, Zach. Austin is moving on to bigger and better things, and we'll miss him terribly. But Zach's going to step in and do a fantastic job. Just wanted to point that out.
Oh, I love
minor
that.
change in our back end that you guys never get to see, but there's a lot of hard work that happens to make these things run. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Anything fun?
I'll give you one guess.
You played pickleball.
I did, but I did. I played from 7:30 to 3:30 on Saturday.
Okay. At what point are you done? Do you ever hit a wall, or do you just need a protein, one of those packets?
Yeah,
and you're done?
I kind of have to do a refresh, and I didn't play the whole time necessarily. There were small breaks in between, but so that was stupid. So I was hurting yesterday.
Okay.
So instead of playing yesterday, I went to go see my friends playing a pickleball tournament.
So it was all pickleball anyway, all pickleball all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, it was great. And then we've gotten Alex into a routine where she enjoys going to Eatsy. She doesn't like a big grocery store because it's too much going on. I mean, who honestly likes to go to you dork?
No.
Okay.
We did. I was going to tell you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you start smirking. I'm like, you probably enjoy it.
No.
It's just so overcrowded, but she likes Eatsy's in Plano.
Yeah, love it.
And so we go there and she gets a cupcake and peruses around and chooses something new to try. And
there's somewhere Eatsy's cold cut sandwich was something I ate every day for
seriously
a month. Yeah, I just go there all the time. It got really expensive.
They're actually not, because I will go and get them, because here's what you have to think about. It's not like a turkey with a slice of cheese, that you're getting some Wonder Bread,
Fair
right?
enough. Okay.
You go there and they've got all of their fresh made breads and all of their, sourced vegetables and all those other things. The sandwich is this big, dude.
Okay.
It's really,
fair enough. Okay.
It's the equivalent of two.
It's probably been over a year since I've been to Eatsy's, and I haven't had we've been there just to shop for the little, olives or something good.
Olives.
You're because there's good artisan stuff. There's good, you're just going for Kat likes to do it for meal prep because she has to travel for multiple days. Now we've kind of gone to HEB for that because it's just easier, I guess. Or there's a bigger selection. I don't know.
No, they're two totally different things. And I think you go through
their ready-made stuff is easier for her to take with her and put in usually if you buy it from Eatsy, she's got to prep that in a space where she's got to put it in the oven where.
No, they've got the one person dishes and everything else. No,
and
they're
there's
great.
an oven on the airplane, so she can cook those the salmon. Well, she'll cook fish on the plane.
Yeah, don't be that person.
I think she did. She literally cooked shrimp something. And she's like, "This is the meal that ruined the plane." She was pointing it out to me on Saturday because on Saturday we decided to brave HEB on a Saturday at 2:00.
Who does that?
It was a terrible idea.
I mean, that is literally the worst idea I think I've ever heard.
Antsy.
Was it raining?
Yeah, it was gross.
Okay.
We were having kind of a lazy Saturday, and she's like, I have to go do stuff. And I can't be lounging around when she's actively working and doing stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm coming too. And we're going to go run errands around town. And we ended up at HEB.
Where everybody else was at 2:00 because it was raining outside.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah, it is a nightmare.
Gridlock traffic, full stop with the cart in the aisle for a few minutes, at a time. You just stop.
Oh my gosh,
and you just wait. You wave. You apologize to people behind you and be like, I don't know. There's nothing.
That would be
do.
me, a caged animal chewing its arm off. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's fine, but
it's fine.
Now that everybody has the order curbside pickup order stuff and they do that so well, I don't know why we're going inside. Well, I tell you why. Because Kat has a new feature on her car that's called Summon. And you can.
That sounds slightly demonic.
It's exactly what it's probably what you think. She literally hits a button on her phone and the car drives and pulls up right to her. So autonomous.
Yes.
So if it's in the parking lot,
okay,
you can click the summon mode and it'll if it's raining and you have groceries in your hand, it will pull up to the front of the grocery store so you can load your groceries in and drive off. We used this on a couple times. It is a little freaky. It's a little freaky to the people around that are walking down, that are trying to park, but because you'll see them stop and be like, there's nobody in that car. But it's really cool.
Are there any laws against using that?
I have absolutely. I'm forgiveness over permission right now. I don't think so. I'm paying monthly for the service to do the supervised autonomous driving and like the summon mode and stuff like that. And it's like $100 a month. It's not cheap, but it's not crazy.
Yeah.
And for Kat to like get home at 2 a.m. and be able to go home. I got to drive for my first time yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I took her to the airport because she's in Columbia.
Right. And you're not.
And I'm not.
I'm so sorry. But it's because you're grinding out.
Because we're grinding out the BeLocal stuff. So anyway, we'll get off this.
Well, I don't know. We've just talked about wonderful grocery stores that Plano has to offer.
H-E-B is a wonderful grocery store. Yep.
H-E-B is absolutely.
I like the Patel Brothers even, just right next to my house.
I've not been to Patel Brothers. I do love our Sprouts over there off of, what is that, Independence and Coit? I think that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
that's correct.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but to your point though, when you're like, I don't know why we're going, it is hard because certain things you can't pick yourself. But it is funny how I'm like, we do Eatsies for this stuff, H-E-B for this. Sprouts is really great for all of my granola bars that don't have natural flavors. Rick Davis. Yes. We're going to get those into his.
Oh, is that you don't like his sack of protein bars and stuff? Like they're bad for him?
I'm so glad he's on like a health, journey. But I just, as he says in the background, I just want him to still choose cleaner options. So I'm getting on to him about that. But anywho, I digress.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, I was sitting down on Friday with a potential client of mine and,
for the magazine.
For BeLocal. And, she got me really excited about the World Cup coming because we are now less than 100 days from the first World Cup game here in the United States. And guess where the first World Cup game is going to be?
Where?
It's right here in Dallas.
It's pretty exciting.
I believe it's June 14th. I was just looking this up to verify. But we will have, I believe, we are one of the 11 host cities.
We are.
Domestically. I think there's 14 total. Now we're gonna get into like some data that somebody's gonna type in and correct me. Be like, actually, sir, this is not. But we were mostly qualified. I thought we had all the World Cup qualifiers in, but we're still waiting on the European tournament and then a play-in. So that's really exciting. Are you planning on doing anything for the World Cup?
Not personally, but I do think from the MetroTex side with our global committee, we're trying to do some emphasis on celebrating that. What also that looks like from an economic standpoint, because I don't think people understand economically the inbound and outbound global, the travel, all of the other things, and even domestically with people coming to come visit. There's a lot of money that's going to be generated through
big influx of money. Big. Yes. We were actually talking about like how do you get in front this client I was meeting, we were talking about like how do you get in front of all those people, and not necessarily all the people coming in, because there's tons of people that are coming in, but we are experiencing an influx of new residents that are double the state of Texas rate for coming from out of state, and double from out of county, and 4x for out of country. Yep. So this area is, and I say this to say that we a lot of those international folks coming in are probably anecdotally traditionally more like bigger soccer fans than your average
they are
American. So this idea is like we've got this sport that's this huge international draw. We've got a community that is well represented with a diversity of international people that are fans of soccer. How do we get in front of them? Like how do you be the restaurant that they pick? Yeah. Right.
You definitely have to have soccer on all the televisions. Yes. Right. Meetup groups, all of those other things. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's also a massive temporary housing shortage that we've been kind of beating on that drum for the last, I believe, 18 months.
It's like, okay, because of Airbnb not being able to operate in certain areas? Or
so Airbnb is a huge part because they obviously regulated that not being near certain facilities and sports and tourism and all of that kind of stuff. But just a lack of it, the amount of people that are coming based on what the availability is just not right. So I think Airbnb was offering a owners like an additional, stipend or whatever to be able to open up their houses.
Rent out their house. Are you interested in renting out a room?
Absolutely
a room
not.
in your house? No, not at all.
No, I'd rather cut off my foot.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
Fair enough.
So there's other ways to make money than to have random people in my ecosystem. Well, I'm with people every day, Tanner. I need my house to be my solace.
Okay. Well, now that we've withdrawn our DART cancellation bid or the vote, right? Then DART's here to stay for a period of time. We're going to definitely have DART transit operating to get people to and from the stadium, to and from the area.
Yeah, we will. And interesting, I'm going to plug it again, but MetroTex, the Realtor Association, is actually we're having a government affairs DART forum tomorrow.
Okay.
So the leaders of DART are actually going to come in and talk about what that looks like, because every municipality withdrew that from being voted on. So it looks like, and I say every, maybe I'm going to get, there might be one Lone Ranger that still has it on the docket.
I won't hold you to that.
Yeah, no. But no, so I mean, that is really interesting. I'll let you know what that sounds like as far as in the way of what improvements and things that they're going to do.
Yeah, I thought there was some agreement that they came to make them pull that off, right? So I'm not privy to what concessions were made by DART
tomorrow.
And things. Oh, okay. I'm very excited to hear next Monday what's going on with public transportation.
But no, it's to your point though, for the facilitation of the World Cup. I think that's a good thing. So
first game is in Dallas. Will be June 14th. Okay. Netherlands versus Japan. Oh. I love the Netherlands. Like, they wore these like bright orange jerseys, and that was really good. So it's astronomically expensive right now to go. I'm trying to figure out how to get in the stadium at a reasonable price, because right now it's very, very expensive.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen.
Game.
I don't know that that's going to happen.
We'll see. Okay. England plays Croatia on the 17th.
Okay.
We've got Argentina and Austria on the 22nd. June 25th, Japan plays the UEFA playoff winner. So there's still a couple tournaments that are still coming. And then on the 27th, we have Jordan versus Argentina. Those are our only named games where we know who's going to be playing, because then we get into knockout rounds where we will host even a semifinal. So we've got
exciting.
2 round of 32 games
that's
here,
great.
Round of 16 and a semifinal game. And then I think New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, if that sounds right, has the final. But Dallas will be hosting more games than Los Angeles, New York, or Miami. As a hub here, I wonder why that is, because if you feel like
one, I would say airport, which you're privy to, right?
Yes, I do know.
With your wife being a flight attendant for American, I mean, obviously the Dallas DFW Airport is a huge portion of that. And then, it's our infrastructure. It's the, amount of restaurants. It's the attractiveness for tourism with a purpose. Because there's actually TikToks going around right now, which is basically like, you don't just come to Dallas for vacation. Like, that's not what you do here, because there's great shopping, there's great food, but there's not necessarily like this major draw for tourism. But when you talk about sports and different things like that, then to be here for that purpose, you have all of these ancillary things that within a 30-minute drive, they can go and experience world-class shopping, world-class, dining, all of those other things with major, our road networks are also so much better for all that. So even with the shortage of temporary housing in Dallas, people still can come to Plano. They can go somewhere else and do a short-term housing or an Airbnb in another area, and it's still really easy for them to get to the stadium. So,
good point. Very good point.
I try to make those. Speaking of another sports theme that's going on right now, did you see that? Plano actually got outed. So they had to make a statement on Facebook, because it's not official or anything else like that we're vying for the Stars.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that was, over there in Willow Bend and everything else. That's an area that's going to be redeveloped. And so
the latest news is that, yes, it is confirmed that Plano wants the Stars at that Willow Bend location.
There are active conversations.
That'd be great. Oh my gosh. I mean, because, you know where we live, and like, that's just like right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you love the Stars.
I love the Stars. Yeah. And we just went to like the Allen Americans hockey game not too long ago. That's just up there in Allen. And like, that was a great experience. And probably the reason we don't go to as many Stars games is kind of a pain to get it's not a pain. It's just the getting downtown and the parking and it's just more than I want to do on a random Wednesday.
We're getting oldish. We're getting grumpy.
Do I want to do it?
Yeah, don't go to the grocery store at 2:00 on a Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Save yourself from all of that.
But I like people. I want to go do, but there's something about that grocery store.
It's congestion, right? And people start getting grumpy when there's friction and congestion and things like that. So that's super exciting. And then obviously it's not Plano, but you've got Universal Studios. Their big, kids theme park is almost ready to open.
Is it going to open? Okay.
Yeah.
I was driving by, speaking of cool venues and entertainment that's opening, I was driving up through McKinney and that, what's the name of the amphitheater that's going up right on the east side?
I can't remember.
It's got you can buy fire pits like seating, so you can buy a suite.
Okay.
That's like a fire pit suite, and there's a bunch of those, and then there's a bunch of I think there's general admission.
That's
type
what I
thing.
could get behind.
Yeah.
Because I'm I don't want to be in general admission. I've outgrown general admission.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to do that anymore.
I like the GA lawn still. If you take me, whatever it's called now, Dos Equis Pavilion, I think, the one down at Fair Park area. We usually get
Smirnoff
GA.
one time?
It was Smirnoff.
That
it was
our day.
Starplex.
Yeah.
Smirnoff was us.
Yeah, that was
Starplex and Smirnoff was when we were.
That's probably
in high
why
school.
I no longer want to do general admission.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
You've had a bad. Somebody's thrown up above you and it's rolled down into your back as you're sitting on the lawn, something like that. Yeah. We used to go Warp Tour and all the things.
Yeah, no, it's great.
In those places back in the day. What were we talking about?
The amphitheater. But that's what I think is so amazing. So somebody likened North Texas to saying, you know what? It's like a Monopoly board. Let's have a little bit of Universal in the corner over here, and let's do professional sports over here. And, why not? Let's have a major, lagoon on the corner. And it's there's so many, again, one thing might not draw you to come visit for a week, right? But you can literally plan so many activities to go through. And I think that's a representation of our local municipalities. And Plano's really unique, and I don't think people give enough to this, but they're in concert with their adjacent neighbors and having these conversations of how do we build. We call it downtown North Texas, right? It's right off of 121 where you've got Plano, Frisco, Allen, and McKinney all intersect. And so, there's been really a concerted effort between all of the local governments to see how can we all thrive, because if McKinney thrives, then Allen thrives, then Frisco thrives, then Plano thrives. And they all have their different vibe too.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, sure. 100%. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's what's really neat. You actually kind of can feel when you're in the next town because they decided to go a little bit of a different path.
Yeah.
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
I think we're good for today.
Are we?
Are we? Yeah. Do you have something else you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm just really excited to see you keep pounding the pavement and be such an amazing community advocate for Plano.
For all the new families in Plano and all Plano at large.
No, I think you don't talk about that enough, and I just
maybe next week we'll come in and I'll talk more about what we're doing at BeLocal and how we're helping.
I think that would be a great idea.
Local families get settled in and what that looks like.
Because we want people to be local to Plano, not for a minute, but for a lifetime. And sometimes it takes a little bit of research and community building and all of those other things. And you're kind of at the front and center and super exciting. So let's brag on that a little bit next week.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Ashley.
We'll see you later,
Appreciate
buddy.
It. Take care.
There we go. Okay.